Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Bryce, and
Sorry, I was looking at my phone. I got a text. Hey guys, I'm super excited for this. So this is a bit of a different style video. I feel like if you've seen something with us together, it's been our podcast lately. But one thing you don't know about Bryce and I is we are super big Mortal Kombat fans.
hmm
So what we're going to do today is because, the new movie just came out and because there's a lot of talk of the new game coming out, we're going to go over 10 Mortal Kombat characters on each of our ends that we want to see returning to the game. Now I can see both of our lists. So Bryce, why don't you get us started with your first
oh,
Mortal
I
Kombat
just
character
I
you'd like
just
to?
scrolled way down, so I didn't see yours. So I was surprised.
Oh yeah, so I can already see yours since I own the document. But go ahead.
Okay, so we're gonna start from 10 to 1. So I'm gonna go down or down from 10 up to 1. First I have Chameleon Male. We saw a chameleon. I'm pretty sure the female
Mhm.
chameleon. I think
Look,
she's in the
cameo.
she's a cameo in MK1. I think the Mortal Kombat world, NetherRealm Studios needs to give the male chameleon more love. There's a lot of potential there to where he can kind of blend in and be all the ninjas combined, but they just need to do something. He doesn't even have a story. He doesn't.
Yes. When was the last time we saw the male chameleon?
I think it was MK9 or something.
I think you're right.
I'm pretty sure it was MK9.
Male. Oh my gosh. I think it's been a while.
MK9, was I right? It was MK9.
Actually, I think no way. It was Armageddon.
What?
So as a cameo, like you can see them in the game for Mortal Kombat X and oh no, this is oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, I got it wrong.
Yeah, because obviously we saw the female
No,
chameleon.
Armageddon, yeah. Armageddon was the last time we got a male chameleon.
Obviously, female chameleon's a cameo in
Yeah, so
MK1.
that doesn't really count.
Well, she'll be
But
back.
you
Unquestionably.
said the male chameleon. I'm gonna go for a bit of a different route here. This is a kind of a 2 for 1 because you can't. It's like a yin and yang. I'm gonna go with Taven and Dagon. These were the two. I believe they were the two kind of the antagonists and protagonists of Mortal Kombat Armageddon. They were the ones originally tasked to defeat Blaze. They are the brothers. They're brothers, and they are the technically like the princes of Edenia. I think it'd be really cool, especially because there's a lot of talk of if Onaga comes back as the main villain. I'd love to see Taven and Dagon step in.
Here's my thing with that. Here's my thing with that. I don't know if they would ever do it, considering they pretty much retconned Taven winning in MK9.
Yes, but Dagon was actually in one of the combat endings. Now, it
Yes.
was for a character who's a DLC, but it's a character we all know to be true and canon in the universe.
Yeah. So yeah, I could. That would be pretty cool to see Taven and Dagon back, but I don't
I
know
don't
if it's
think
gonna
it's likely.
happen
I
with
don't think
them.
it's likely.
But next, I have Kintaro. I think it's been a long time since we've seen Kintaro. I
Mhm.
think a lot of people like Kintaro more than they like Goro. So I think fan-wise, I think fans would love to see Kintaro back. And when the last time we saw him was MK9. I know that for a
Uh,
fact.
Kintaro, yeah, it's been
Game
a
as a playable character, MK9, because I think we've seen him
yeah,
in.
he's been in, like, the game you can see him in the story mode sometimes,
Yeah,
but as a playable character, MK9,
yeah.
I actually agree with you. Kintaro's a fantastic character. This is a character that was kind of thrown in a different way in MK. I believe it was MK9. We got this person, but I'd like to see Triborg.
Yeah.
Triborg is the combination, I believe it's of Cyrax, Smoke, and I
Cyber
think
Sub-Zero.
yes, sorry, Sector, Cyrax, and Cyber Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
So I think this is a really fun character, a character that should be kind of explored because we're gonna get a little bit more of the cyber initiative is what I've seen,
Mhm.
especially if you guys know much about MK1. They're really diving into the cyber initiative due to Bihan. So
Yeah.
I would love to see Triborg make a bit of a return. I think we kind of know we're not gonna get Smoke, probably gonna get Rain back.
Mo
And yeah, but there's a lot of times with characters they just don't go back to back games. So this would be a really good way to get these these characters we weren't going to see, probably like a Sector, Cyrax, and then a Smoke, come back for another game.
How about Freya in Mortal Kombat?
Freya, I think the big boss is me, Freya.
She would be Bo Raicho, because she got belly.
You mean Madame Bo?
You're right, Madam Bo. Yeah. But I have my next character is Blaze. I would love for Blaze to come back. Obviously, I think Blaze coming back would mean a reset of the timeline, which pretty much happened last time. I don't think, unless they want to actually reset the timeline after MK2, I doubt it'll happen. But I do think that Blaze will eventually come back because he's a guy who is meant to be an end to everything. He was born exclusive or created exclusively to be the end to everything. So there will be a world where Blaze will come back eventually.
I see. I like Blaze. I think what's going to happen is they're definitely going to do a trilogy. I don't foresee them doing 2 games and retconning
Yeah.
everything. So I think Blaze realistically is probably an MK14 villain,
Yeah.
and I think that we're going to get Onaga as the next
I
villain,
think he will be
and
MK2.
that would probably mean Shijinku is going to be back as a main character, which I am not a big Shijinku fan, but it'd be cool to see him back in a better way because he was not very good in Deception. Low key kind of sucked.
Of
But
course, idiot.
my number 3 is Stryker, a very low level character. We saw him as a cameo, but
Yeah.
I really like what Stryker brings to the game. I think this is a universe full of so many like magical, insane beings. I kind of want to see a dude with some guns and not a DLC like Rambo. I want to see Stryker. Let him kick some butt. Probably let him be a casualty in the story mode. But I think Stryker would be a lot of fun to get
Yeah.
back as a playable character.
Yeah. I agree 100%. Stryker is a guy who realistically in Mortal Kombat should not ever do anything, but the fact that he is kicked he's defeated what? Shao Kahn,
He's defeated
Shang
a lot of
Tsung,
crazy strong
Goro,
people.
guys that he has no business beating is absolutely insane. And he's just a cop.
Yeah, just a dude
Cop.
with guns.
Just a cop with guns. My next character, I think we're eventually going to get her back because we saw something related to this character in MK1. I think we're gonna get, I want to see Kira come back because they had so
Mhm.
much potential with, it was Bihan and then it wasn't Bihan and Sector, it was Bihan and Kira in,
Oh, you're right.
yeah, it was Bihan and Kira in, the
Mythologies?
Mythology Sub-Zero, and then they never really ran with it, and then you see Kira come back in Armageddon, and we haven't seen her since, and no mention of her
Well,
since.
you also are getting a bit of a tease with it with Astra being back in the game,
Yeah.
knowing that Astra consistently battles Quan Chi.
No, that was Serena I was thinking of, never mind. Serena was it was
But
Kira was yeah.
yeah, I think Astra gives us a good sign that Kira should be back at some point.
Yeah.
But I
Especially if
just
Natara's back as well.
well, Natara, I don't know if she'll be back. I don't think they're gonna wanna pay Megan Fox that much money again. And honestly, we can all agree Megan Fox was terrible in MK1.
I don't think she was as
Probably
terrible as
the
everybody
worst
thought
part
she
of the
was.
game.
I don't think she was as terrible as everybody thought she was.
I just thought that she didn't fit. That was like don't know if you remember a few years ago when they brought in some DJ to do like Sub-Zero for a costume and everyone hated it.
Mhm.
It was terrible. But my number 4 is Shinnok. I find this very intriguing because we saw Shinnok's stock really get demolished in Mortal
Okay.
Kombat 10. He lost to Luke Cage and then Cassie Cage, and I think there was just a
You
lot
mean
of
Johnny Cage?
Sorry, Johnny Cage, yes. Johnny Cage and Cassie Cage. A lot of disservice done to the character of Shinnok, who is a very dominant, strong being. He's an
Mhm.
elder god for a reason. I think that we should really find a way to strengthen Shinnok and make him, if we don't see Onaga be the big bad, let's see Shinnok come in and destroy things. I would love to see a universe where maybe Shinnok kills Raiden because Raiden is he's not the elder god. He is not the god of thunder. Let's see, maybe kind of get a little bit of payback because Raiden's always been a thorn in Shinnok's side.
Yeah. And I would like to see that where he's like, "Oh, you took," it's kinda like a "You took
Mhm.
everything from me,"
Yeah.
because Shinnok is from the original universe, and Shinnok was the one who Raiden was the other god at the time, so he kills Raiden thinking the world's gonna end, he's gonna
Mhm.
have his timeline, and Liu Kang's like, "What are you doing?"
I'm the elder god here. Like I am the protector. I think Shinnok's a really fun character that doesn't get explored well enough by
Yeah.
the gen games.
Yeah, they even kinda made him look stupid in the Mortal Kombat Annihilation too, and
Yeah. It's very frustrating.
yeah, they've made him look terrible in the games and in the movies. So, next character I have is a character who I was confusing with Kira. I think I want Serena to come back because I do think we need more focus on Serena because after really getting her in mythologies and nothing much after, it would be kind of nice for them with this new reboot to bring some characters in that were possibly forgotten. And I
I
think Serena
100% agree. Yeah, I think Serena she's an interesting character just because she's never really explored.
yeah, there's
I
still
think
not a
that
lot
you
known
would
about.
and you're right. We saw her in mythologies. We saw her in Armageddon, I believe Deception as well, but there's just not much explored. And she's a character who could have a lot done. Like I think you can kind of recognize that she is a very fun
Mhm.
individual to play with, but just doesn't get much going her way. My number 5 is a character who's never been playable in any way, but somebody that is talked about a lot It's the Great Kung Lao. So a lot of people don't realize that the Great Kung Lao is the descendant of Kung Lao, and he is
Or
arguably
Kung Lao is the descendant of him.
you're right. Sorry, this Kung Lao is the descendant of him, and he is the one who stopped. What's it called? He's the one who stopped the original invasion from happening because he beat the Outworld's words.
Champion.
He beat the Outworld's champion. So I would love to see him actually be playable. Maybe find a way for him to take the place of Kung Lao because everyone knows Kung Lao is
Is
a key character. He's going to be around, but it would be really cool to see him kind of take the place and get a little bit of exploration of him.
I agree. It's a character that we've heard so much about, but we've never actually seen him in any capacity. Yeah, I don't even think we've seen him at all, really, other than like a ladder ending, other than an arcade ending. But yeah, no, we need to see more focus on the Great Kung Lao. Next character I have is a guy who we haven't seen in a while. The last time we saw him was, I'm pretty sure it was MK4, where he got thrown off of
Oh my-
of a mountain by, that might be, I
You're
might
thinking about
Jarek.
Jarrett.
Okay, Kai. That's right. Kai was.
He was another one of the.
That's right. He was another one of the Black Dragon.
No, he's
Right.
Lin Kuei.
Oh yeah, that's right. Why did I always think Kai was a Black Dragon?
You're thinking he looks a lot like Jarek. That's why.
Oh yeah, that's right. But yeah, no. Yeah, obviously we should get Kai back because now with the new Lin Kuei, with the Lin Kuei coming about, you can reboot the Lin Kuei and have it be where Kai, Smoke, and Scorpion are the real leaders of the. No, they have the Shirai Ryu, right?
Yeah.
Because they started the Shirai Ryu
But
at the end of
so
MC1.
there is still Raiden and Kung Lao who are the Lin Kuei.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. So I definitely would love to see Kai
Because
in some aspect. I don't think we're ever going to get Jarek again because they actually killed him off for good.
holy crap, am I thinking about something? Oh my gosh, wait, Lin Kuei is Sub-Zero's. What am I thinking about?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what, yeah. The Lin Kuei, Shirai Ryu, Scorpions, Lin Kuei, Sub-Zeros.
What's it called?
Because
Oh,
I'm
is that
pretty sure. Because I'm pretty sure.
Oh, the
You're thinking
Shaolin
of,
monks.
yeah, you're thinking of the Shaolin monks.
You're the Shao-
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, no, we definitely need more Shaolin monk representation. We only really ever have Liu Kang, and
We do know about Mortal Kombat. There
we
is
do.
just so
We do.
many.
There's just so many characters, and some are around for like one and done.
This is going to be the 13th Mortal Kombat game.
Yeah.
Also,
This is going,
a
yeah.
lot. That
Not
doesn't even
counting
count
all
Mortal
the
Kombat
spin-offs,
Mobile, Onslaught. Like,
mythologies, special
Oh.
forces, Shaolin monks,
yeah,
not counting those.
it's insane.
And then not counting all the advanced games and then mobile handheld games and stuff.
Yeah,
You've
it's,
had so much Mortal
like,
Kombat.
there's also DLC within the games that are basically a whole other game.
Yeah.
Because Chaos Reigns.
Essentially. Yeah, Chaos Reigns Havoc was the villain, which Havoc was not a great final villain.
No, he didn't get used well.
No, he didn't. They had so much potential for him to be it was such a way to introduce the Chaos Realm perfectly, and they just didn't. I didn't
Well, they
love
didn't even
it.
do it right. They made him Dairu.
They did. Yeah.
It was a whole different
Well-
character from Havoc, who was
well-
actually originally from the Order Realm.
Yeah, but you know what's funny is they hated Dairu so much they essentially just made him Havoc. They did.
Yeah,
They
they
said,
suck.
this guy sucks, so we're just
He's
gonna
trash.
eliminate him from existence altogether.
But my next up is someone who I think we've also seen as a cameo, but as a playable character, I want to see Frost. I think
Yeah.
we don't have the official Sub-Zero back because once again, it's not. I believe it's what Kuai Liang, or not Kuai
Kuai
Liang.
Liang is Scorpion.
Kuai Liang Scorpion. So we don't even have the real Sub-Zero because Bihan dies. So we need somebody to give the Sub-Zero mantle, and I'd love to see Frost, but in a different way. Frost has always been evil, and that's fine. But I would like to see them explore Frost as a good guy, as someone who is on the team of light. Because once again, Bihan's got this. Bihan's insane. Let's see Frost become the Sub-Zero of this universe.
Yeah, and if you want to bring another Sub-Zero along the way, fine. But
That's fine.
let Frost be, or we can do the world a favor and just not even think about Sub-Zero again.
That's never gonna happen, Bryce. Sub-Zero is always gonna be in Mortal Kombat.
Wishful thinking. Wishful
No, it's not.
thinking.
Sub-Zero is awesome.
Sub-Zero sucks.
Sub-Zero is awesome.
It's the worst Mortal Kombat.
You can go on to your next one.
Okay, next is I think a character we're actually going to get, and I'm
I
surprised they didn't bring him in in the chaos reigns because I feel like he would be the epitome of hating chaos while also being the bringer of chaos, and that's Hotaru.
Yeah, a little surprising there.
I do think they're gonna bring him back in MK2 in the new Mortal Kombat. I think they will, but I do think that what's it called? I do think there will be a world where he would fit in perfectly in the Chaos DLC because he's a guy who, while preaching against hating chaos, he brought so much chaos.
Yeah, Hotaru is fun because another character we just haven't seen since Armageddon, but was a really good character to use. Very strong, had that big pike that was just dominant. I really enjoyed using Hotaru in Armageddon, actually in Deception as well. A fun character. Ironically, you would think they're a good guy on the Order of Light, but they're evil, like very bad. Being, on the because what's it called? He's part of the Order realm, but he's a very evil, manipulative guy, and I'd like to see that explored.
He's corrupted Raiden done correctly.
Mhm.
That's what
I
he
and
is.
I really I would love to see Hotaru get a real chance to be recognized and have a spotlight.
Maybe have him be the villain of a DLC in the new Mortal Kombat.
I would absolutely love to see because the problem is if you look at Reign's ending, they destroyed the Order Realm.
They did.
So, like, he wiped them out. I would really enjoy if we could expand on that and have Hotaru have not been there at the time and kind of raise up an army to go after Reign and almost cause a lot of chaos on his own. Like you said, trying to be the guy of order, but ends up bringing chaos.
Yeah.
For me, my next person is Movado. Once again, saw them as a cameo. There's a lot of people were mentioning that were cameos, but these are not playable characters. You're not going to get your own styles. I would love to see Movado as a playable character because once again, the Red Dragon and the Black Dragon, I love this feud. Movado is actually someone who was kind of looked at as above Kano in the comics and looked at as above Kano going into this.
Uh-huh.
So I would really enjoy seeing like kind of just the craziness that Movado brings where you have Kano causing chaos, you have Sonya tracking him down, Movado tracking him down, all while you're kind of getting this circle of like
Yeah.
people battling it out.
Yeah. And I just want to say something. Obviously, there are the people who be like, "Oh, why are you gonna incorporate Kano? Say you want Kano, Sonya, and Johnny Cage. They were cameos. They're going to be in MK2."
Yeah, it doesn't
And
also
obviously,
we
spoiler
end up
alert: Jade's not going to be on here because she will
we
be
know,
in
yeah.
MK2. It's
She
pretty
was
much
playing through the
cool.
Combat Back 3. We
Yeah.
know she's gonna be in it.
So now we're going to get into some real fun hot takes for me because this is a guy who I would love to see back. We need Draman back. And we really haven't seen Draman since his as a playable character since what Armageddon, and then we really haven't
Yeah.
seen him any reference of him at all since his mask was in one of the games recently,
Mhm.
but we haven't really ever seen him. I think it was MKX that his mask was in Outworld or something.
I believe so.
Or yeah. But this is a guy who I loved playing as a kid. Drummond was the coolest thing in the world to me. He was the one that had the flies come circling around him, right?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
basically just a demon, but a
Yeah.
gross demon.
Yeah. Yeah. So I definitely would love to see him back.
So I I'm kind of stretching with this one because we have seen him in a few ways, but I would love to see Tremor. Tremor is another what's it called? He's another ninja who we have seen in a DLC, but we've never really gotten him as a like full on
Yeah.
like let's incorporate him into the story kind of character. A lot of people don't like a lot of people think back to the what's it called? Special Forces game where he was introduced. And it'd be really cool to get a little bit more backstory and get
Yeah.
to see him fleshed out instead of just being like noticed randomly in the story mode or a DLC or a cameo character.
Yeah, no, and he is really cool. Every time I play with him, like he was DLC in MKX, he's obviously a cameo in MK1, but he is really cool. He's a guy who can obviously incorporate the ground into a lot of his work because that's what he is. Yeah, definitely more backstory with Tremor because he does look really cool. He does look really cool. Also, spoiler alert: Floyd will not be here.
Yeah, Floyd doesn't count.
Yeah, no, Floyd doesn't count.
Even though it's kind of sick.
It's kind of sick, actually. What
Anyway,
you had to like face him like 5 times, or face him randomly 5 times or something. You didn't know when he was coming. Yeah, I've
looking at both of our last two, these are gonna be kind of fun.
okay. So my number two is Meat. We never actually fully got Meat fully integrated as a character. We saw him. There's a cheat code in one of the older Mortal Kombat's where you can actually MK4. You can actually play every character look as Meat, but it's still
Yeah,
their names and stuff. But I want Meat fully in the game.
I believe Meat was an Armageddon, but
Yeah, that's right.
because every single character was an Armageddon.
Yeah, yeah.
This one's kind of interesting because we just talked about the new movie, but still haven't seen it. I've been trying. What's it called? I've been trying to get around to it, but Cole Young, I would love, and I don't think this. Obviously, I don't think he's ever going to be a full time character in the game, but I would love to see him brought in as a DLC character.
Absolutely not.
Cole Young, yes, he was not amazing in the movies, but I think he's a character you could utilize pretty well in the games. So I'd like to see what we can do with that.
No, no. That one stands a better chance of getting in the game though than my number one. My number one is a guy who unfortunately will never be in the game because he's been killed off multiple times.
Hated by
He's
the
he's a
developers.
guy who's hated by the developers. Suhao. Obviously, it speaks for itself. Suhao was a cool character, but I don't know why Midway and NetherRealm hate him so much because
It's Ed Boon who hates him.
yeah, it's Ed Boon. Yeah, Ed Boon is the one who hates him. But you see him come out. You see Aaron Black drop his head in MK11
Yeah.
during his intro, so you can pretty much assume that Suhao's not coming back. Although it would be pretty cool to see.
So for my number one person I'd like to see brought back in, I'm taking us back to the 1990s, 1995, Mortal Kombat the movie. We see a character who befriends Johnny Cage.
I know who you're
Art
talking about.
Art Lean brought into the Mortal Kombat games. First off, everyone loves the guy. If you watch the movie, like you hate seeing him die.
I mean,
I
I'm
would
pretty
love to
sure he's coming because Ed Boon or one of them, one of the creators on
They made a
Mortal
comment
Kombat,
about it.
they made a comment about it. They said, which side character from the movies do you want to see in the game more, Cole Young or Art Lean? And everybody leaned to Art Lean.
Dude, Art Lean's so cool. He was a heck of a character. Even if it's just a cameo so I think we kind of know cameos won't be coming back in the next game. They don't tend to do gimmicks. They don't tend to recreate.
Oh yeah, no cameos. The cameo system is not coming.
We could see like a tag team or a buddy system where
They
you
were
can
planning
get
on
like,
tag team. They were planning on doing tag team for MK1.
or if we just want to get some cameo style characters, get them into towers. I think that's an amazing way for us to see characters in the game and like utilize them that we never got before. And I think Art Lean would be so fun to have. See him like modeled out, take him from the old movie. Obviously, the guy who played him is too old now to do the mocap for it, but face scan. Let's do this. Let's get Art Lean into the game.
I 100% agree. Do you have any honorable mentions?
So I think Moloch was a
I
character.
was just about to say Moloch. Moloch was the sub boss of what? Deadly Alliance?
Yeah. And
Oh
then we
no,
saw him
no,
in
not Deadly Alliance.
I thought it was Deadly Alliance.
No, because the sub bosses were Quan Chi. The co bosses were Quan Chi and Shang Tsung. Oh no, wait, you're right. It was Moloch because they were it was like the ending of MK1 where they were together. You fought one and then you fought the other right after.
Yeah.
Moloch
about
was
you?
the sub boss.
Because I have one more, but I'm curious if you'll say them.
One for me, the first one for me, I think would be Tor. I think we need Tor
okay.
back because we have Farah. We just need Tor.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by that. So for me, we kind of got this person in MK1, but I want their own character model. I want to see Jared, the old king of Edenia. We got him in Ermac, but I really want to see him as his own character, not in
Yeah.
Ermac, not in like flashbacks. Let's get him himself, like real Jared.
Obviously, there are a bunch, like obviously Bo
We could go
Cho.
off route.
We could Bo Cho. I think we want to see back.
I mean, dude,
The Combat Kids.
even Jarek to an extent would be kind of cool to see come
Yeah,
back.
Jared could be pretty cool. Another one that I thought of.
Give me Armageddon, basically. Give me every character in the game again. Why
Every
not?
character in Mortal Kombat history right now.
Do it. It could be
You
down
essentially saw like little weird.
Hydro. I want him.
You saw little weird characters like come back, like that were
Yeah.
combinations of characters. You saw Jackie Briggs full force in the
Yeah.
ending. You saw
Combat Kids
Cassie
were in the
Cage in the ending. What's another character? I don't think anybody wants to see Cobra back, honestly.
So Cobra technically was in the game. I don't know if you knew about this, but there was in whatever what's it called? What is the Scream, the bad guy?
Scarface.
Scarface.
That's right, he is.
Yeah. So they
One of
recruited
them,
two
that's
Black
right.
Dragon members. One of them's Cobra, and then forget who it is.
That's right.
Is it Suna?
Wait, what about Cable? Do you think Cable?
Well, he was just in 11. I would like to see him back, but I don't know. I wouldn't mind keeping him out for another game. So the wanting of him to come back, because if he's only out for one game, do you really
Night
miss
Wolf,
him?
maybe?
He was in
Night Wolf coming
9,
back?
10, and 11.
Nightwolf coming back?
I would say give him one more game sitting out. I would like for them to keep some of the characters from this last game. Let's keep Kenshi for another game. Let's keep Reiko for another game. I think that'd be really good. Well,
What
we could go on for hours. We could
Yeah.
see for hours discussing who we think are the characters who should come back to Mortal Kombat 13. But you let us know who we missed, who you think should come back.
Who do
Let us
you
know if you
want
want to see Su
desperately to
Hao.
come back?
Let us know if you want to see Su Hao come back.
Please,
Let's put
please.
a poll. I'll put a poll in here. Do you want to see Su Hao back in the game?
Yes.
And
We
if it
need
gets 100% yeses, we'll email it to NetherRealm Studios.
Yeah. Do
But
Here's a question I asked. Do you think Devora will come back?
I hope not.
With how much NetherRealm loves Devora, do you
I don't
think
think so. I think that they recognized Devora was something they tried and just didn't work.
what am I remember the two. I want to see Cetron come back, and what about Chronica as an individual
So
character?
Chronica
coming
cannot
back?
come back.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because
They
she's the Titan.
expressed a
Yeah.
Titan once they die, they're dead for good.
Yeah,
Which
but
is yeah.
it sucks. But which means Havoc can't come back, and then Shang Tsung can't come back.
Yeah.
The
But those
yeah,
versions of them, the Titan
those
ones, they have their own regular versions.
Yeah, obviously you still see. Yeah, any of the Titans who died in what's it called in the ending of MK1 cannot come back.
But we'll see their other character versions for
Yeah.
sure. All right, guys, that's going to be it for us. Let us know who you like, who you don't like, who you want, and who you don't want.
Yeah,
Obviously, if you enjoy content like that, we're going to definitely have some more Mortal Kombat content coming out.
Yeah.
We'll be talking a little bit more about it when we get more news about the game.
Yeah.
But be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.
peace.